Good morning from London. I am back at home. I am tanned, even though this is fake, by the way. This is not a real tan. Don't be fooled that I got tanned in South France. I got a tiny bit tanned. Can you see my ring tan? Like a tiny bit, not on purpose because I do wear SPF. Anyway, I'm putting all my jewelry back on, which I took off last night. I haven't eaten yet today, even though it's the morning. I haven't had breakfast, and I normally don't have breakfast, but when I'm on holiday, I have breakfast, and now I think my body is used to having breakfast, so I've woken up completely starving. So I'm just gonna put my jewelry back on because I feel a bit naked without all my jewelry on. And my ears, like look at my ears. This is weird. Like, where art thou earrings? I have a very exciting week ahead because it is my best friend's wedding. Everyone's always like, you have so many best friends. I actually don't have a huge group. I have small amounts of best friends. That's just always been the way I've operated. I have like girls groups of like 3 maybe, but I don't have like, you know, some people have like a girls group of like 20. I don't really have a girls group of 20. I have like my best friends, and they're all a bit spread out, and maybe like 2 overlap here or 2 overlap there. But anyway, this is my friend Lauren, who you might know from some of my vlogs, and our mums were actually friends before they even got married, and so we have kind of like grown up together and gone through so many phases of life together. Wait, where is this hole? We also went to Nottingham University together, even though I kind of went to Nottingham University for like a season. This is kind of a random tangent, but I did do it for the first like semester or term, and then I basically decided that I wanted to start work from then on. So I finished my university course, but I was also working at the same time. So I didn't like do the university living thing, is what I mean by that. I was kind of doing everything like remotely from work. Anyway, it is Lauren's wedding this weekend, and you might have seen there was no vlog last week, but there was hopefully a lot for you to catch up on. So now that is the earring stack on one side, and let's do the other side. Anyone who's had like a really close friend get married will probably be in a similar, sorry, my towel's falling, not that kind of channel, be in a similar situation where, you know, there's the pre thing and there's the post thing and there's the pre thing. So I have something on Thursday that's just girls, and then Saturday night is also just girls. Friday we have something for the wedding, and then Sunday also something else. Like, it's a full on like 5-day situation, which will be so fun. And I know my role in this situation is always like to be a woo girl. That is my, oh, come on, can I do this up by myself? That's my vibe. Oh, it's so hard doing up your jewelry by yourself. Hello. Anyway, I unpacked last night. It took me, oh my gosh, my 40 kilos of luggage. It took me honestly about 6 hours. Like, I'm not even joking. And I haven't even like dealt with my laundry. But I did take stuff to the dry cleaners already, so I'm very happy about that. But I need to unpack a few different things. My fingers are so swollen right now that this ring doesn't fit, but it's so beautiful. It's from Kimai. And you might notice, look at this. Look at this, feast your eyes. I cut my nails. I think it looks horrendous and it makes my fingers look fat, and I way prefer longer nails, but what do you think? I hate them, but everyone else seems to love them, so I don't know. What do we think? Oh, I should put necklaces. I can appreciate the general aesthetic of shorter nails, looks better, blah, blah, blah. By the way, when I'm putting on my jewelry, so I'm having 2 conversations with you at once, but when I am putting on my jewelry, I close my sink, like my little popper thing in the sink, so that nothing falls down the sink. Would highly recommend doing that. But anyway, I can appreciate that it looks much classier having shorter nails, I guess. Like, I can understand as an overall aesthetic, it looks better. But I don't know, I just prefer the way my hands look when I have longer nails. I'm gonna do my makeup for the day. These makeup bags, I keep saying I'm gonna link them below. They will be linked below. It's a £5 makeup bag. It's super affordable. I have 3 of them in multiple different colors. I've just ordered more because they're so good. They're so good, and they're so inexpensive. And you can get them personalized, like, hello, they're so amazing. Shall we try an underpaint for the vibes? Maybe, I don't know why that's just randomly spoken to me. Because I'm tanned, I think. I'm like a little bit tanned. I mean, it's fake tan, I already told you that. But I feel like This could look a little bit better, maybe minimal, that's what I'm looking for, foundation, minimal foundation. Here we are, for the vibes. Now, I have not done a smoky eye in such a hot minute that I don't even know if I'm going to do a smoky eye for this wedding, but I feel like I should. I feel like full glam Amelia needs to come out, like it's a black tie wedding. Do you know what I mean? I want to try mix this with a bit of foundation and just see what the vibes are. I'm just going to do a little palette situ on the back of my hand like I'm a professional makeup artist. Like I'm Nikki Makeup, here we go, or Lisa Eldridge back in the day. Does anyone remember? She used to like mix everything and it was just so satisfying. I used to wait for a Lisa Eldridge video every Sunday. I was so excited. Ooh, this actually looks like quite a nice little concoction that I've made. Oh, stunning. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, great, great. That was the vibe that I wanted. I wanted a light coverage, glowy base. Could have just used one product, but felt like being a bit of a Picasso. Do you know what I mean? I dyed my greys yesterday, bane of my life, and guess what? We missed one. We missed one grey right here. So I have one grey hair right here, and it's really bothering me. And I know that, well, I don't know if this is true, but if you pluck it out, do more come. Because if more come, then I'm fuchsed. Like, I'm done. I have enough. Like, more couldn't actually even possibly come. So I don't really think I should be plucking it out. But it's like one right there and it's really annoying. So I know everyone's talking about fall and autumn, but I'm not quite finished yet with summer because I have a little trip to Italy planned, to Florence. And I haven't been to Florence in quite a few years. So if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know, because I don't know where. I'm busy in all the nights. The days and the nights are booked. The days are, you know, a free-for-all. So any ice cream places, you guys know what I like for ice cream. I like very niche ice cream. So any really good ice cream places that isn't just like vanilla and pistachio and chocolate, that would be great. Any lunch recommendations or like breakfast recommendations or any museums, anything interesting to go and see, please let me know. I actually love a red blush. Like, I know this looks kind of harsh, but wait, it blends so nicely, and I slive for a red blush. See, it blends so nicely, and it's just like a bit burnt, you know? Sometimes you want to look a little bit burnt. Toasted vibes. I need to powder. I don't know what is up with me, but I am shining to the high heavens, let me tell you. Like, the moon is like, wow, Amelia's T-zone. Things just look so much better with a tan, don't they? I'm just shooting a little something for Vestiaire Collective, and I put on this Dolce dress. And isn't it so cute? I haven't worn it in so many years, and I feel like I should actually whip it back out and wear it for something, because it's such a sweet little dress. And for me, I mean, look, I'll show you in the mirror. Normally, you know me, I alter things to absolute oblivion, but for some reason I decided to keep this one classy, which I'm quite proud of myself, because back in the day and even now I would have probably altered it to about here, and I don't know what possessed me to keep it classy, but I think that actually looks much nicer now. The only thing is that my boobs used to be bigger, and so I'm not really like filling the top as I once was, which is kind of sad. But maybe if I put like a bra on or one of those like sticky things or something, then I would fill it out a bit more. I will say the one thing I've noticed is that going on birth control, I have the IUD now. I mean, they call it that in America. What do we call it here? The coil. The coil. I have a coil. The hormonal coil as well. And it's really good birth control, but it definitely affects your hormones. It's nice in some ways, because for me, I think it affects everyone differently. So I can't really, I'm not like speaking on behalf of, you know, a doctor perspective, but for me, it makes my periods much lighter. I don't get like period pains or anything, and I really don't get that many like side effects from like a period point of view. Like all the period side effects I would normally have, I don't have anymore, but definitely changes my hormones in a way of like, normally my boobs grow around my period, or my boobs get more sensitive around my period, and like nothing happens when I am on the coil. I don't know, like I don't have that like definite sort of hormonal like change throughout the month that you would normally get with a period, or I would normally get with a period, which I don't know if it's that good for you, but it definitely is the best birth control that I've found so far in my life that has the most limited side effects. When I was on the pill years ago, oh my gosh, the pill and I were not friends. Like, we were not friends. That was genuinely, like, I don't know. Anyway, that was not great. I don't know why I thought about that. Oh, hold on, the bride is calling me. The bride! It's the bride. It's the bride. Hi, bride. I have a feeling that this week I'm going to be a little homebody, because the start of September for me always feels like more January than January. Don't you kind of think? Like, the start of September gives January vibes. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be quite a little homebody this week, and I hope you don't mind that I will be mostly chilling at home, to be honest with you. Mostly I'm going to be organising my life. Today is a good day because I have a new bottle of my favourite Japan Fusion cleanser from Beauty Pie. This cleanser I absolutely love because it's a gel to oil milk formula, but it also removes makeup and removes SPF. It's super hydrating and it just feels really nourishing on the skin, not very stripping, so really good for transitional seasons like right now. And then I just wash it off with my little muslin cloth. Now, I love Beauty Pie makeup and I especially love Beauty Pie skincare. If you haven't heard of Beauty Pie before, I have raved about them for so many years because their skincare, their makeup, all of their accessories actually as well. They do amazing brushes, they do great LED masks at fantastic price points, and their formulations are incredible as well. One of my favorite ranges from them is the Youth Bomb range. It is so great for regenerating the skin, and this is brand new. It's the Extreme Retinol Triple Renewal Serum. It's actually yellow. How cool. I don't know why, that just like very much excites me. So this is really good for blemishes, fine lines, pigmentation, all of which I have. It has vitamin A in it, it has niacinamide, it has encapsulated retinaldehyde, it also has gram-active retinoid, all of which helps the appearance of fine lines. All in all, smoothing, brightening my skin. I especially find my dark spots come out after summer when I've been in the sun, even when I wear SPF. By the way, in the day when you're using this, you need to wear SPF. Obviously, I'm going to bed now. It also helps improve skin texture. It is the most potent retinoid Beauty Pie have done. It was actually created with a dermatologist, a leading dermatologist in the US, and it really helps repair past skin damage. So it's kind of like a reverse, like one of those products that helps in reverse, you know what I mean? But also helps to future-proof your skin at the same time. Just so you can see close up, this is the new serum. The Beauty Pie Youth Bomb range just has really amazing active ingredients. I also follow this up with the eye serum from the range too, which is, oh, sorry, I just dropped it. It's this one here. Then I use the Breakthrough Repair Cream. It has 5% niacinamide in it, which helps to strengthen the skin barrier. And then it has stem cell P peptides to brighten and boost radiance. All in all, my post-summer routine is really just to brighten, to focus on the fine lines, to focus on the dark spots. And that is my evening routine. I cannot recommend the Beauty Pie Youth Bomb range enough. Not only is it super potent and really, really, really works, but it's also such a great affordable price point. I really love Beauty Pie because I feel like they always come out with really unique, innovative products as well. So if you haven't checked them out before, check them out. Check out their website, have a little browse, look through their beauty products, look through their tools as well, because I love their brushes. And happy shopping. So next week I have a wedding in Florence and I have two potential dresses that I have not worn yet. Both of them are actually strangely quite similar. One of them is from a store called The Concept, which is in Beirut, and it's beautiful. I haven't actually even tried it on yet, but I saw a picture of it and I actually ordered it for my friend Lauren's wedding and it didn't come in time, so now I'm going to try and alter it for the wedding in Florence. And the other one is a Nemano Savino gown. Both of them have this like new, well, it's not really new, but it's definitely a newish concept in the last few years of like the neck tie, like that kind of swoops behind you. Both of them have that, which is quite funny. Both of them are strapless. One of them is quite thick actually, so I don't know how that's going to work, if it's going to be too hot, but they're both quite similar, and one's pink and one's blue. So I'm going to show you them when we go and get them altered, and you can have a look and tell me what you think, because by the time you're watching this I'll have a week before the wedding, so we can decide together which one we think looks best for like a wedding in Florence, and then I'll save the other one for, I don't really know, maybe another wedding. But the original blue one that I had, I actually got for the wedding I went to last year, and I never wore it because I thought it was just anyway a bit too summery, and it ended up being like quite a like not blue chiffon-y wedding, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna go get them altered now. I am feeling a bit worse for wear today, not gonna lie to you. And my mum said she has some things at hers for me, so I wanna go pick those up. But I have to say, the Sabrina Carpenter album has been playing on repeat. It will be playing on repeat for me until October 3rd. If you do not know what's happening October 3rd, if you don't get it, then you're never gonna get it. So like, I can't help you with that. But Sabrina Carpenter's album, I'm obsessed. I think my favorite song right now, it was first Go Go Juice, and now it's Nobody's Son. Nobody's Son, I just think every girl can relate to, honestly. Any girl that's dated can relate.
Here we go again, crying in bed with a familiar feeling. That boy is corrupt. Get PTSD on the daily.
Obviously I'm already snacking as soon as I walk in. Hello bunny. Are you a bunny? You're a bunny rabbit, aren't you? You know what's very special about you, Lels? You're allowed anywhere in the house that you want, aren't you? Yes, I own this house. I own this house. I can go anywhere. Dukey couldn't go anywhere. Dukey was not allowed on this sofa. Oh, or this chair. Or anywhere, but you are allowed everywhere. I go and I sleep wherever I want and I hang out wherever I want. Yes, I'm the owner of this house. I'm the owner of this house. I'm the owner of this house. He's so cute. He's always tired though. Hello, sleepyhead. Hello, sleepyhead. Oh, so cute. So this is option one. This is the pink gown that I definitely need to alter because I'm not filling it at all. I could have a little house party in the top. And I also need to alter the length because it's a tiny bit long. It's definitely a thicker material than the other one when you see the other one. But look at all, oh, if I face the light, you can see the ruching is just so beautiful. So I remembered this one a bit incorrectly. It does not have a necktie, and it also has a little slitty, a little slit. It has a train, which I think I'll need to get rid of because, as everyone knows, I'm a woo girl. I like to dance and move around, and this is going to restrict me, I feel. I thought they were quite similar, but actually I now think they're quite different. The other one I need to alter to bring in. This one I need to alter to bring out, so I need to see if it's possible for us to let this out because I currently cannot breathe, and I wouldn't wear this to a good friend's wedding because I just wouldn't have fun because it's just like way too tight. It's literally like cutting into my sides here, the corset underneath, and it doesn't do up. So I need to see if we can let it out enough that we can do it up, and I need to see if I can change this corset. I hate corsets that dig you on the side. Like, why do corsets sit in the most uncomfortable place? I don't know if it's because I'm short, but why do they dig you in the most uncomfortable place? Like, it's already red and I've only had it on for literally 10 seconds as I'm telling you this. Like, I would love to be able to cut the corset like here. I know it's supposed to give you a waist and stuff, but like, I'd rather breathe and have fun than have a waist. Like, I want to enjoy the wedding. I want to enjoy my time. I don't want to be like sat there like unable to breathe and just so uncomfortable and be like, oh, I can't wait to take this off. So let's see if I can magician-y this around. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this, but we're going to have to figure it out. But my question is this going to then be too boring without the train? It's love for you, it's true. But does he know you call me when? So I haven't unpacked the Burke. I have to say, this was one of the best things I've ever bought. I bought it secondhand. Actually, no, I bought it in an auction. So yeah, still secondhand. And I am obsessed because it's not something that I would have wanted to use a wish on. This giant 35. Oh, it's so sexy, isn't it? It is pure sexy and vibes. Anyway, they don't actually resell for that much more than their price. Like, for example, a mini Kelly is like times 3, times 4, times 5 times the price. This, if you get a good deal, you can do it well. You know what I'm saying? Let's empty her out because there's a lot of crap in here. Oh my gosh, so much crap. Oh no. Not good. New plan. So you guys know I have a lot of like Amelia-isms, and Audrey and I have some Audrey Amelia-isms, and one of them is new plan. It's like part of our best friend dictionary. Like, anytime something goes wrong, or not even goes wrong in like a big way, kind of in a small way actually, it's like, okay, new plan, new plan, new plan. Or like, if anytime someone tells me something about them and they're like, oh, this like went wrong, or I don't want to go for dinner there, I'm like, okay, new plan, new plan. It's never about something that serious though, you know what I'm saying? It's always about something quite What rose is this? What rose was that one then? I do this thing where I keep roses. Aww. I can't remember what rose this rose was, but I remember this rose. But what rose was this? Anyway, will come back to me. Guys, I just got sent so many flowers that I can't even remember the rose. Oh, this is a little curtain sample. You know what I'm just gonna end up doing? I'm just gonna end up like emptying my bag onto the table and then dealing with what's on the table. That is the new plan. I keep everything in little plastic bags. It's really annoying. I don't know why I do that. It's like not a good habit, honestly. Wouldn't recommend. Gum wrappers, AirTag wrapper, sweet wrapper, lip liner. Okay, this is empty, but everything is just on the table, so I haven't actually organised a thing. Sorry about me and my fly being undone. When I talk to you, not great, not great. New plan! New plan! Fly stays done up. This is what I mean, by the way, by new plan. This is how we apply new plan. Not great, new plan, new plan. Fly done up. The next thing on my to-do list as I unpack was to sort out my sunglasses, because look at this drawer. There is not a single sunglass section that doesn't have more than 2 or 3 or 4 sunglasses in it, and it's just out of control. So I'm gonna try them on. I think these can go. These are little Misoma ones, and I have nicer designer ones. These I bought pre-loved, and it turns out they were actually fake. They're like literal plastic fake Chanel sunglasses, and I told the place that I bought it from I actually don't shop there anymore. And they were basically like, soz, nothing we can do. It's like kind of an independent shop. So I've kept them. I don't know why, because they're literally fake and plastic. And maybe one day if I go back in there, like I still have the receipt. It was like online purchase, and they have a store as well. So maybe one day if I go back in there, if they like change ownership or something, then I'll be able to. Oh, someone's calling me. We got these Jimmy Choos. I don't know how I feel about these. I feel like I have better tortoise. Who remembers these Ray-Bans? They were like part of my personality, but I'm not feeling them at all anymore. These are another pair of Jimmy Choos that I don't really think suit me. Like, they're quite fun, but I don't know if I'm this fun. Okay, this was somewhat unsuccessful. However, it is definitely better organized. Like, I have 2 of the same, like in different colors, together now, so I can find them easier. These are YSLs. Then I have like cat eyes together. I'm actually not sure how I feel about these Dior's. Let me try them on. Like, these were my personality maybe in like 2020, 2021. I actually still quite like them. I might keep them. Another pair, these were Celine's. These were my personality maybe like 2022. Thoughts? I actually love them. I feel like a diva, I feel like a celeb, I can hide my face. Guy once told me he didn't like them. I absolutely love them. I'm also going to sort out some of my bags. Now that I'm back, I can stuff this little baby again. We're gonna stuff you with a pillow so she holds her shape. I know some people have bag pillows, but I find that this old pillow actually really works for my Louis Vuitton. So I'm faffing around my house unpacking, and one of my most favorite things, and I've definitely said this in vlogs before, is my little elephant, because he has a really cute nose. And I know it's gonna sound really stupid, but I genuinely love this elephant. Like, it makes me so happy. Well, let me show you the crime scene. Yeah, there is the tip of his nose. He was really cute. I'm so sad. I got him in like a random vintage market, and I was obsessed with him, and I thought he had such a cute curly nose. I'm actually so sad about this. Like, I'm actually embarrassingly so upset about this. Like, I loved him and his nose, and he fell. He had a hard fall, and that's not all that I've broken today. Is this like when you break a mirror? Do you know what I mean? In this room, I have this glass on top of my island, which I've never broken. 2.5 years. I have hands like butter, so I drop everything, but I've not banged it, made a scratch, made a mark or anything. And I'm putting my laptop on here today, and I bang the side and it breaks, which is the first time I've ever done that. I've banged stuff on here multiple times, nothing has happened. And then twice glass breaks in a day. I don't want to ask the internet what it means. I'm scared. Should I ask? Ooh, I'm gonna ask. What does it mean if I break glass twice in a day? A sign of significant impending changes, either good or bad. Breaking down emotional or spiritual barriers. Spiritual awakening. Okay. Making way for growth and positive change? That would be good. Oh god, I'm scared. Got the super glue. This super glue that I used on my teeth multiple times. Needs to call me. Look at his cute nose. I have already tried to Google image search my elephant and nothing came up. Not even the brand, absolutely nothing. So if anyone sees an elephant like this, please can you let me know, because I couldn't even find it on Google image search and I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so sad about this. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to super glue it back together, because look, like there's even a tiny little piece here, but we're going to see what hospital operation I'm going to be able to do with him. Oh wait, maybe. Look, that's not bad, is it? That's step one. I'm actually I'm heartbroken. You know what also? It's whenever my cleaners come, I hide him because I don't want him to get ruined, and now I ruined him myself. Okay, right, don't worry Ellie, we're going to try and fix your little broken heart. Well, it's my broken heart actually, his broken nose. Oh no, the glue is slipping too much because it's glass. No, this is not good, not good. New plan, new plan. Okay, we're just gonna wait. He's not gonna be the same when he's broken, but it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, now this, where does this bit go? Oh god, this is terrible. It's a bloodbath. Okay. So we have the 3 bits and then all the flakes. I can kind of see where the flakes were. Oh no, the flakes is... The flake, some of the flakes that were on the floor are between his nose and his nostril. So I don't know. I don't think this is going to work, unfortunately. But let's try and give it a go. So mad at myself. Once you get fixed, you're going in a shrine alone. Do you understand? Oh no, I glued this the wrong way. No! Okay, no, no, no. Okay, got it. We got it. We got it. Okay, step 2. Now, am I gonna be able? No. Ah! Oh no! Oh my gosh, it's so fiddly. I can't even hold it. Thank goodness I cut my nails. It's missing a huge piece. I just picked up a piece of something on the floor. Thinking it was a piece that I was missing of glass, and it was a dead spider. My bare hands. I don't think this is going to work because there's a huge chunk missing and I can't find it on the floor, so I think it's just broken into loads of little pieces. But I'm gonna try anyway and just let it have a little wonky nose. At least then we'll be a bit more related. What do you think, Alfie? Okay, is this what it's like being a nose surgeon? Oh, it's stuck to my finger. It's not sticking.
1 hour later.
Huh. It's hanging on by a thread. I won't lie to you, the nose is hanging on. Doesn't look healthy, but you know, it could be worse. It could be worse. I'll take that. I will take that. Once again, the super glue saves the day. And you, my gorgeous little elephant, are gonna go there. I think that's a good spot for you. I'll leave this here and this here. And I think my elephant's gonna stay there where nothing can be touched or moved. I'm a shell of a human. Let me tell you, that wedding weekend was so fun, and I actually delusionally thought I would be able to update you throughout the weekend and vlog and chat. And Lauren's been in my vlogs before, and I was like, oh, I'll keep you guys in the loop. No, you know what? That was a big lesson for me. I don't know how I managed to vlog in St. Moritz last year. I think because I was vlogging as a wedding gift, like a private wedding vlog for the couple, that I managed to vlog because it was like in my mind. But I was so present this weekend that I was just having so much fun. Like, I didn't even take pictures. I have no pictures. I literally have, and which is unheard of for me, by the way. Everyone knows I'm a paparazzi. I take pictures of absolutely everything. My food, my flat, like everything. I have literally a few pictures, nothing to show. I was there with my sister, I was there with my parents, like my whole family was invited to this wedding. You would think that I would get a cute family pic, but no, I was just having too much fun to even think about pictures. I just had the absolute best time. I had the best time. I'm a shell of a human now, a shell. And I want to talk about something that people ask me about a lot, and this weekend made me think about it a lot actually. And it's something that I kind of avoid talking about, even though I get asked about it so much. Look at my self-tan that I told you was fake at the beginning of the week. It's now like all crusty and peeled off. But anyway, I'm going to talk about something, as I said, that I kind of avoid talking about because I don't want it to be construed the wrong way, and I don't want to express my feelings about something and have them almost like taken away from me or like held against me on the internet. But it's something that I feel I'm very well engaged in to talk about, if that's the right way to say it, and it's something I feel like I can actually maybe provide some sort of insights or comfort on, so I feel like I do want to talk about it. And that subject is the big whopping subject of being single in your 30s. And the reason I get asked about this a lot is because I post a lot about my friends' weddings, I post a lot about my relationships and about dating, and the question I get asked the most is how to feel encouraged by your environment, not discouraged by your environment. That is to say, if someone did want to be in a relationship, get married, have kids. I think I especially get this question because I'm Middle Eastern, and in Middle Eastern culture it is very much a culture centered around getting married, being in a relationship, having a family. All the cultures that I grew up with, like Persian culture, Iraqi culture, Indian culture, those are all really marriage focused cultures. The questions like I see is like mainly about like not losing hope, or how are you always like so happy for other people and you're always going to other people's weddings and blah blah blah. Well, firstly you have to remember I've been engaged, so I feel like I have a kind of different perception of the situation. Like I don't feel like that's really my specific path, and I haven't done for so many years, so that you kind of have to take into consideration. I did do the whole sort of like engagement marriage, like fanfare like situation. But secondly, the way I see it, or the way I try and see it, is someone's happiness or someone's like happening to someone, and this definitely applies not just with relationships, this applies with jobs, any sort of like big or small like accomplishment, buying a house. Like just because someone is doing something doesn't make it any less possible for you to do it. In fact, it actually makes it more possible. When one of my closest friends got engaged, and she was that girl, okay, she was that girl that was single for 10 years, never really had a relationship. So many people were asking me and my other single girlfriends like, oh, are you guys okay? Like, how are you? Like all of this kind of thing. And I don't know if this again just happens in like Middle Eastern culture, but anyway, my response was like, this is actually the best news, because it's one less single girl, which is amazing. This is what she wants. Like, she wants to get married, she wants to have a family, and like she's been single for 10 plus years. And secondly, this is proof that every pot has a lid. Like, I really believe that there is someone out there for everyone, and like if that's what someone wants and they want to be with someone and they want to be in a relationship and that is the path they want to be on, then I really believe that every pot has a lid, and this is proof of that. I also think that like positivity brings more positivity. If you're unhappy and you're jealous of something, firstly, anytime I've ever felt like an unhappiness for someone else, which is completely natural, we all do it, I'm not going to pretend that I don't feel like a happiness for everyone else all the time, I always think, oh my gosh, that's a flag, that's what I want. I always look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a wake up sign, that's what I want that. Like anytime I find myself being like, oh, you know, like feeling those sort of like feelings of like jealousy or whatever, I'm like, oh, I want that. Like that means I want something, you know, that means that's like an indication, that's like a guidance for me of like, oh my gosh, Amelia, you're jealous because you kind of want that. You want that and you're like pretending you don't, or you're denying you don't, or like maybe you haven't even realized that that's what you want, but that's what you want. So I actually take that as like a good sign in a way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could use this as my motivation, like that it's possible, because that person's able to do that job or land that thing or whatever, get that house or whatever it might be, then it's possible. Like things just don't happen once. So number one, I use it as like my motivation or like my guiding light almost. And number two, positivity brings positivity. If you're happy for someone else, like if you're genuinely happy for someone else, I only think that attracts good things. Like I actually don't even think, I know that attracts good things. This is now therapy, but I have a tendency to be a bitch. Like I can bitch. Like I went to an all girls school, like I can gossip and I can be like, I don't know, it's a word like catty, but I also know that positivity brings
positivity. Like when you see the good in things, when you feel happy for other people, like that's when good things also happen to you and happen for you. And I do feel like my job, and even like Susie messaged me the other day, she found from the photographer's account that posted about the wedding, she found a picture of me. She literally like zoomed in on this picture, found me in the crowd wooing, and sent me a screenshot and goes, there's my favorite woo girl. And I genuinely think there's something in being happy for everyone. And when you find that happiness, when I find that happiness in myself, then more things happen for me as well. And also there's a big part in this in just letting go, like in any area of life, like just letting go, especially if you're like kind of like me, which is like a bit like kind of like wound and like wants things to happen, and I'm like really patient, I want things to happen fast. There's something really in letting go and just being like, I'm okay with whatever outcome, like I'm genuinely happy with whatever outcome is supposed to happen. Like I'm happy with that. Obviously this is my deal, this is what I want, but whatever outcome happens is gonna be the outcome that's supposed to happen for me. And then it actually changes, like the energy shifts. You go into things with less expectations, less wants, way less pressure, which means you're less stressed at the same time. I don't know if any of this is resonating or if any of this is making sense. And I do on the flip side appreciate that it is really hard going to like events and things, being like the last single girl. I can't tell you how many weddings I've gone to and I'm the only single girl. So many, or so many events, so many couples dinners and things. I remember years ago I went to Mimi and Alex Icon's vow renewal. I was the only single person. I think it was maybe 100 people. I was the only single person, and one of the wives then said to me, you know, just because people are married doesn't mean they're happy. And she just said that to me without me even saying anything, without me saying that. I was literally about to leave and her husband was very kindly going to walk me back to my hotel because I was alone. And that's when she said that to me, and I have never forgotten it. I think that must have been, oh my gosh, that must have been 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I have not forgotten it. So I do also appreciate on the flip side that, like, yes, it's very easy to be like, think positive and la 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 la, and when you're in the situation, you're kind of the only single person in the room, you're like, okay, like now what? But in those times I kind of remember everything goes in phases. Everything goes in phases, nothing is forever, like everything changes. So many of the couples when I was the only single person at this vow renewal are now not together anymore. Everything in waves, and nothing is, unfortunately, such as life, like nothing is permanent. And the other thing that is very, very specific, I would also say, to Middle Eastern culture is having your relationship status as part of your being and part of your worth and part of your personality. And that was something that I learned the hard way, like not to have, not to be attached to. And that also circles back to not being attached to an outcome. Anyway, spiritual Amelia is here today. Apparently hungover Amelia means spiritual Amelia. This was a gift for my birthday from Shelley. If you actually are going through a breakup, I would recommend checking out Shelley Whitehead. I will leave a link to her down below because she also really helped me. These are little oracle cards. She sent them to me for my birthday when I was in New York. What's interesting, I don't know if you'll find this interesting, but I find it interesting, is that the first 3 times I shuffled the cards and picked a card, I shuffled the card each time, okay? And there's, I think 100 cards here, or 50 cards. I don't even know how many cards there are, I think 50. Anyway, the first 3 times I picked the exact same card and I shuffled them, and you have no idea that they all look the same. I had no idea that the first 3 times I picked the card, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, how am I shuffling this deck of cards and picking the same card 3 times in a week? But anyway, that was obviously what was meant to be. And the card that I kept picking out was about showing your inner light and like not hiding yourself, or not sort of diminishing your inner light and being your true authentic self, which I thought that was very interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna see what today has for me and you. I'm gonna pick a random card. This one, it's upside down. I always find these really interesting because I feel like they can apply to everyone, and it's just a nice way of thinking about something a bit differently, or making you think. Like, I like being made to think. This is number 30, spin the silken thread divine. Let's see, I'll link this down below. In creating precious silks, there is a sorting process, sifting out that of which is broken to find which is precious and pure. You are commencing a new cycle, beloved, and it is time to allow for that which is more precious and pure, that which you wish to take with you into the future, to continue and to release that which does not align with your true heart. Sometimes we need to help ourselves access the new cycle by releasing vows from this or other lifetimes, releasing old emotional patterns and calling in wisdom and talents from past lifetimes. You are guided to accept this healing. I'm pretty confident that can apply to most people watching this. And then it goes on, there's like another 2 pages and there's a healing and a little prayer as well. I don't know why I just felt like doing that. I think because I was unpacking and it's on the table. Random side note, my skin has never looked this good as I've been hungover, and that is thanks to my Beauty Pie Youth Balm. Like, I've never had such clear, radiant skin hungover. That is gonna be it for this week's homey vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I promise I will do some more fun and exciting things next week. I've had a very, very recuperating at home week this week. I will see you next Sunday, 9:30 AM with another vlog. Mwah. Bye guys.